Hey, how's it going? This is Ed Lee for Brutal Self-Defense. Today I'm going to show you how to put on a boxing wrist wrap. Okay? In my hand right here, you can see that this is a ringside wrist wrap. They usually they come in pairs, but I'm just going to show you how to put one on. You don't really need to, it's just the same thing for both hands. There's other brands that exist like Everlast and I think TKO makes one, and there's some other no-name brands that will exist, probably from China. But Ringside is my favorite. I think that they're a little bit higher end. One thing that I like about them is you can see that their wrap is a little bit more stretchy. Okay, I feel that this gives me a better fit, and it's just I feel like it's higher quality construction materials. If it's really stiff, it just doesn't fit as well. So the first thing you're going to do when you have your wrist wrap is, okay, you're going to just throw the whole thing out. Okay, one thing that's really cool about the ringside wraps is they have this thing labeled that says this side down. Okay, um, a lot of wraps don't have this. It's just another reason why I like the ringside brand. Okay, another thing is over here. Okay, you're gonna see that this little strap has been sewed in right here. Okay, I'm gonna give you a closer view on that. Okay, so you see on this end, right, it's been attached, so there's like a seam here, right, where it is a little bit raised up, and on the other side, it's just flat, okay? Most wraps should have the flat side be on the inside. You notice how the flat side is this side down, okay? Sometimes it'll be on the other side. If your wrap is not labeled nicely like these are, then just memorize which side, uh, this side is sewn in on, and that can help you remember which side goes down or up, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this piece, right, and then you're going to put it around your thumb like this. I'll put it around my left one, okay? Some of them won't actually have a strap like this. They'll just have like a hole cut there, okay? I do like the ones with the strap better, okay? So also ring wraps come in different sizes, and once I start to go around, I'll explain why I like having a longer one. Ringside does make longer wrist wraps. I think a lot of the Everlast ones you end up picking up at the chains, like Dick's Sporting Goods or Sports Authority here in New York City, things like that. Um, they're usually the shorter ones, the Everlast ones, probably because it's cheaper for those stores to buy and then resell at a markup. Okay, so you have this, right? You put it around your thumb, okay? You don't want to like leave it up here, right? You want like on there. You want to pull it down, so it's at the bottom. Okay, it's down there. It says this side down, that side's going to go on the inside, okay? Now you're going to wrap it around your wrist a couple times, just like that, right? Okay, now you just pull it nice and secure. You don't want to pull it so tight that you're cutting off the circulation. Okay, just nice and firm. Okay. Now after you go down a couple times, now you're gonna come up and come around the knuckles. So over here, right, you can see that I came down a couple times across. Now I'm gonna bring it up through there, and I'm gonna bring it across the knuckle. When I make a fist, right, my actually hand increases in size in this aspect. Kind of like if I make a muscle, right, then it's going to expand there. So over here, it's going to expand across. So when you come across, you want to make a fist, open it up, and then remake the fist again as you come over. So just like I came across here twice, I'm going to come across the knuckles twice. Okay? Now from here, you can see that you still have like this area uncovered. That's not the worst thing. You don't have to technically cover that. However, okay, I come across like this, right? And then you can see that once again, right, from this side, I come across right there, right? And it's easy because you can see the exposed part. So you just come across there, and then you have a choice. You can bring it over like this, and then come across the knuckle again, or you could come up like that across the thumb. So once again, right, you could come up and across the thumb like this. I actually like to go across first, okay? Neither way is technically incorrect. Once I come across, right, you can see that Before I was coming across in a more lateral fashion, but now I kind of move it up towards the knuckle. Okay? And then I come across the knuckle again. Okay, once again, you're making the fist. Every time you come over the knuckle, you're going to be closing that fist up. Now from here, once again, instead of coming across, right, like up, I move it down a little bit because I'm going to come back around the thumb area. So now I wrap it. You see over here that I have a curve there in my hand. That's going to allow when I come across here, right, I bring it up over the thumb. See how it goes right there? Yeah? Okay. It goes over the thumb like that. Now I have this thumb piece is more secured, right? From here, I'm going to come across the thumb again, right? And then I'm going to come back over. Okay? Now it's starting to really look like a wrist wrap, right? It's starting to look like a fighting protective gear, right? Some of the wraps are real short, so what's going to happen is I will just use whatever's remaining over and then come across the wrist here, and that might be all I have, and I might just be fastening it there using either the string tie, which I don't like as much, or the Velcro, which I just think is more convenient, and it's fine. It doesn't really come loose. So I come across, but since this one is so long, right, you can see that there's still like a good amount of length here, right? I have enough to really come across the knuckles. So I'm going to do the knuckles now. So from here, once again, right, you can see that I'm coming not really down through, but I come more up higher, and then I use this, okay, I use the fact that this curve is here, and it's going to allow me to come like that. You see what I mean? Okay. Now I do this again, coming over this same area, the same curve, right? I bring it back around the curve, and I go through each knuckle. Okay, once again making a fist after each closure. Okay. Now you can see that there's I've come across each wrist, giving each a little bit more support for each finger. Not really necessary, but you know, it's nice to have that. Then I come around again, right? So after I came through right over here, right, you can see that each time that I came across, I came over, underneath, it came over the thumb. Now I'm going to come around the wrist again. I come up over the knuckles again to once again cover the knuckle area again. Now I have all of this left over. What I'm going to do with all this leftover pieces, I'm going to just really reinforce this wrist area because this is the primary function of this particular wrap. So I'm coming around, pulling it nice and tight each time, right? Making my limb into one reinforced piece that's going to allow me to really get this tight. So I just pull it nice and tight, and then my wrist is wrapped, right? And let's suppose, oh no, you pull it up, and maybe when you're coming through, it got turned around somehow. You could just twist it and then just fasten it anyways. And that's your wrist wrap right there. Okay. And yeah, now you're ready to do your thing, you know. So that's the wrist wrap. Have a good one.